front of us tonight with 3 games to play. Memphis controls the opening tip, and away we go. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies coming off a win against Charlotte. Morant gets up the first shot, and that's how the day begins.
Tomas Ishilo's talking about using more pick and roll with Zach Edey, and especially when he screens for Bane.
For Chris Finch and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and this was part of the discussion before the game as Memphis gives it right back. Edwards runs the floor and puts it down with 2 hands.
Last 7 games comes in at 42% from 3.
Randall, Edey's out there on an island. Tough matchup for Edey. Randall shoots over him and hits one over him. Wow. Randall, this all of February, had that adductor injury. Been back since March. Morant going to work.
Again, until they prove that they can overcome that.
3 games left in the schedule. Edwards hits another 3.
Every game matters. We can't really look past one. No one wants to be in that play-in. We are focused on our next game, guys. Both teams aligned.
So interesting as Ja Morant hits a 3 and Stephanie hit on it.
The only thing you can control is how you play on the court.
Yeah.
The rest of it's out of your control.
Here's Ja Morant once again taking on Gobert. And the little floater. Edwards drives it, hangs with the left hand, no good. Now Stevens with the rebound. Here's Morant, 3-pointer, cash. Back. He actually came out of that better than most thought in real time. He does have a fractured wrist. It's going to knock him out the rest of the season for sure, but they're already without a couple of major pieces at this point as well in Brandon Clark and now Wells. So they're going to find out now. Naz Reid, instant offense off that bench from beyond the arc. There's Randall with a steal. Jackson at the deck, no whistle. Randall teased it up in the corner. Alexander Walker got it. Jackson picks up Edwards. Shot clock is off. Edwards, so shifty. Edwards explodes to the basket and lays it in. Boy, he is tough to handle, Anthony Edwards. He took that shot to the thigh. And Alexander Walker, good hands to stop the transition. The Conchar in the corner hits a 3.
And Conchar hasn't played a lot lately, but with the Jalen Wells injury, he's another guy that gets added to the rotation.
Nice drive to the basket. They were 1-possession games each case. The first one was more Memphis's pace. That was a game that ended at 127-125 as Bane buries a 3. As Anthony Edwards returns to the floor for Minnesota. And gets up a shot immediately, and
second in the league in 3-pointers made. You've got to great pass by Morant to Edey, but you've got to.
4-point Minnesota lead. Wolves with the ball. We're halfway through the second quarter. This is a scoring binge here tonight.
Well, both teams have made 10 threes already.
Oh, shooter's touch. Checked one on the green right there, did Anthony Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant are both just putting on a show out here offensively.
Oh, and there goes Morant. What you can do, I can do better. That is always a major theme, is the foul trouble for the big men, especially Jaren Jackson Jr. Randall puts a flurry of moves on Triple J and able to score it.
Gonna have to get a body on.
Plays bigger than 6'5". Bane to 3, got it. That is a quick stroke, and Memphis grabs the lead. 2 out of 3 for Edwards. Minnesota back in front by a point. Morant scampers down the lane, and now he gives it up to Bane, who buries a 3 again. What a quarter for Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane lighting it up. And that's when I was coaching, and Minnesota playing a little zone here.
Here's Bane, the zone killer, and he drills the 3. Final possession of the second quarter. Bane, left-handed, lays it in. Wow, little finger roll.
And have the 6th best percentage defense against the 3. But tonight, as Ja Morant shoots another one and knocks it in, they are just knocking them down.
Minnesota down a point with the ball, just getting started here in the third quarter. Been a very entertaining matchup thus far. Randle off 1 foot. Shooter's touch for Julius Randle.
Tonight, but when they have missed, they haven't been able to get anything back. Only 1 offensive rebound. It's an area that's really dropped off in the last few games as Edwards finishes through contact with that left hand and going back to the line.
Here's Conley on the drive with the left hand. Sensational finish by Mike Conley.
Fewest pick and rolls in the league. That's really picked up. Started to pick up under Taylor Jenkins anyway, but has picked up a lot. Edwards will get credit for an assist on that. They have not hit the offensive glass as hard. They have not forced the number of turnovers that they were before, but they've been better on the defensive boards, and they've put the ball back in the hands of Ja Morant.
Yeah, we'll be with you for the playoffs. We've got the full run starting in the play-in next Tuesday, and then on Friday, second chance here as Edwards hits a 3. 10 for 10 this quarter are the Wolves. Jaren Jackson with those 4 fouls. They're able to push one in. Late clock, Randle's got to put one up, does so, hits the rim, and the foul by the Ant-Man. Oh, Anthony Edwards coming down from the rafters
By the Wolves.
Pippen goes all the way. He's fouled by Conley and 1. Scottie Pippen Jr. on the attacks. 36 points. Only in the third quarter. Pippen fake pass and then scores on Gobert. He took a shot to the side.
The other night in Milwaukee, you don't want to take any time off and let this Memphis team get going again.
Oh, Morant, incredible athleticism. Not only hangs, but contorts. There, Edwards defending. Jaren Jackson Jr. got Naz Reid on him. Gobert lurks, and Jackson scores and 1. Edwards couldn't get through the official screen.
I had it as a moving screen myself.
Here's Edwards. He shakes Aldama, buries another 3. Jackson frustrated, flailing his arms.
I thought he got fouled.
Edwards for 3. Okay. The Ant-Man is on one tonight. He's slow to get back. I think he got hit in the throat. Edwards with 42 seconds remaining in the quarter. DiVincenzo says, why not? All right. Beware of the weary. DiVincenzo hurting all the way.
But he was in shoot-around this morning in great spirits. Teammates so happy to see him. So, of course, good news.
Thanks, Stephanie. And that is true as we get a hoop and a harm on, as they did in that fourth quarter on Tuesday. That one's going to sting the Wolves. But, you know, after all of that, is Edey able to drop one in? 10 minutes remaining in this game.
Well, yeah, but
and then they have home games coming up. They have 2 home games to finish the year. They're in great shape, Minnesota.
They have 2 home games against teams who are hoping to lose.
And the Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
Great energy, works on both ends of the floor, picks up the pace of the game every time he comes in.
Randle, acrobatic finish at 13 buckets in the first 3 quarters here tonight. Here is Morant, got a 3. Ja Morant. Screws will tighten quickly. Wonder if Memphis will go to a zone at all. That's a terrific shot by Bane. Pippen guards Edwards. Gets himself out of the corner, drops it off. And a rim run, McDaniels, and he scores on Edey.
That's great ball movement.
Well, Minnesota missing a lot of shots in this fourth quarter. There's their 9th miss of the quarter. Morant, 3-pointer is good again. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Morant for 3, feeling it, missed it. Pippen the offensive rebound. Sets up Morant in the corner. He drives, he hangs, and he scores! And 1! Pippen pushes. He's got Morant running with him. Bane in the trailer. Jackson sets up for 3. Jackson, cash money. It's a 10-point game. It'll be a late arrival, early morning arrival for the Grizzlies.
You know what makes it even tougher, though? They have
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
G.G. Jackson will just dribble it out. And that'll take us to the finish line.